Hey everybody, Satoli here with History in Your Own Backyard. Today I'm in Elkhorn City at the Elkhorn Railroad Museum, is that right?
Yeah, Elkhorn City Railroad Museum.
And I'm with Larry
Lounsbury.
Yes. And you live here in town?
I live here about 8 miles from town. Yes.
And you live here in town?
I live here about 8 miles from town. Yeah.
Okay. And are you the curator here in the museum?
I am the curator of the Elkhorn City Railroad Museum. I'm also got another title. I'm the president of the Elkhorn City Area Heritage Council.
Okay, good. So tell me a little bit about this museum.
Okay, this museum was created by men from Chesapeake and Ohio, employees, and from Clinchfield in 1991, and they just had retired and decided they needed to have a place to put all their collections.
Right.
And so they brought them here and they put together this museum. This actually used to be a coal company office.
Oh, did it?
So that is, it was Advanced Fuels Coal Company office, but they left in 1990 and then the railroad men took it over in 1991.
And you were telling me earlier that there was a depot out front and it's gone now. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, the depot was actually, the property was purchased in 1912 in exchange for an iron bridge that the people of Elkhorn could have access to the center part of town. Where before that it was inaccessible unless the river went down and you could go across in a wagon. But it was in exchange for Chesapeake and Ohio putting in the depot, which it was finished in 1916. But in the meantime, Chesapeake and Ohio put this bridge in 1912. And they also purchased the right-of-way where the old dirt road that used to go around the river for the citizens of Elkhorn. That was purchased for the right-of-way for the tracks. So that was an exchange between a bartering system, if you want to put it that way. They just, made an exchange of those two items, the bridge for the property.
Okay. And nobody uses that old roadway anymore because it's all rail line?
Right, it's all rail line.
Okay.
The road now goes across this bridge, this concrete bridge that was built in 1950, and then they quit using this iron bridge because the coal trucks got too heavy to go across it, so they had to have a heavier bridge.
Sure. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the museum. You've got a lot of items here.
We do, and to be honest with you, I've heard other people talk about that. I started in 1960. In 2016, I started as a curator of this museum. And what happened was we had some water damage in this museum before I got here. We had to replace some floors, but all this stuff was stored over in the hardware next door. And so me and another gentleman named Ballard Shoemate, he was retired also, decided to just put it together the way we thought it should be. So we put this velocipede in. I actually thought it was a better display if it had actual tracks in here. We had some tracks that we were able to accumulate and just put it together. This was actually a piece of equipment that you used back in the early 1900s up to about 1940s, and we actually have a photograph of a gentleman, Baxter Stiltner, that used to patrol these tracks.
Yeah.
And he would check to see if there was a rock slide or something like that. We also have displays downstairs of a map of things that happened. There's a legend that goes with it along the tracks that the stories were told to me. Some of the original founders of this museum told me these stories. There are uniforms from railroad detectives. There are seats from actual passenger cars that came through here. Our last passenger car came through in 1963. We have photographs, a lot of photographs of steam engines and diesels that were used in this area going up the stairway. This is also a communication room behind us, and that has all the early communication they used, from train order hoops that they used to reach out and grab the orders, to the early emergency telephones they kept in the caboose. Upstairs we have tools that were used by the railroad workers going back to the early 1900s, possibly late 1800s. We also have an historical section upstairs that has documents going back to, and books going back to the 1800s. We have, like I said, tools, but we also have a coal mine section, because the railroad in this area only came in here to get to the coal markets. That was their purpose. So we felt it was necessary to have a coal mine section, and it's a small section, but it has some of the early equipment that the miners used to use, including myself. Yeah. I was a coal miner back in the 70s and 80s. But it's a wide-ranging collection of displays that we just felt it was necessary to preserve for the history of this town, because it was a railroad town, but it was also a coal mine town.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Glad to do it.
Okay.
And thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.